Today I will show you the 5 special tests I use in my practice to diagnose rotator cuff tendinopathies. So you can do that with me if you want to self-diagnose yourself to see if that's actually a tendinopathy related pain or not. The first one is called modified Kennedy test. To perform that test, what I want you to do, I want you to keep your arm in front of you like this at 90 degrees angle. Then from there, I want you to internally rotate your shoulder like that. Now, this type of movement reduces the subacromial space. So if you end up with a bit of pain on the top of the shoulder, that's a positive test. The next test is isometric external rotation. To perform that test, you have to keep your arm, the elbow at 90 degrees angle. And from there with the other arm, you have to place the other arm on top of the outside of your wrist. I want you to apply some sort of outward pressure, like you want to do an external rotation on your arm. If you have a bit of a pain on your shoulder, that's another positive test. The next one is called near test. To perform that test, you have to keep your thumbs facing down and right next to your body. From there, I want you to raise your arm as high as you feel comfortable, all the way to the top. If you feel any kind of pain throughout this range of motion, on top of the shoulder again, that's another positive test. The next one is called empty can test. To perform that test, you have to keep your arms in front of you with your thumbs facing up. Now, slowly, I want you to internally rotate your arm inwards like this. If that feels painful already, that's a positive test. But if, let's say, you don't feel the pain, what you can do, you can apply some sort of downward pressure on your arm. If you end up with a pain on the shoulder, that's another positive test. And the last test is called painful arch. What I want you to do for that one, I want you to keep your thumbs facing up and slowly I want you to raise your arm on your side. Normally people with rotator cuffs feels like the pain is coming between the 45 to 120 degrees of angle. That's because on that range the subacromial space reduces. So if you have, let's say, a supraspinatus tendinopathy and the tendon become a little bit inflamed and thick, that kind of range are normally like more painful compared to that one. But you might have like pain throughout the whole range. Now, the guideline says if at least 3 of these tests are actually positive, there's like 61% of chance of having rotator cuff tendinopathy.